Yeah, great, really great question. I love that. So I always say to people, like, go and have a look at your competitors, because you might learn something from them. They might be doing something unique or different that your business could benefit from. But specifically when it comes to pricing, the mistake is actually assuming that your competitors know what they're doing. So again, imagine if you had five people and Dave's looking at Derek's prices, Derek's looking at Mark's prices, Mark's looking at Trisha's prices, Trisha's looking back at Dave's prices. Now, which one of those four or five people is an expert in pricing? Probably none of them. How do we actually know that those businesses are profitable? So imagine if like they're all actually losing money because they're all competing on price and it's that race to the bottom, and you go in there about to copy their prices. Well, you're about to copy a flawed business model because it's not making money. So the way to look at it is go, well, we'll look at our competitors and see what they're doing, see if there are any outliers or unique ideas that we can potentially absorb into our business. But we don't assume what they're doing is right, and we look at something, just the bare numbers, something which I call goal focused pricing. So, and I do this exercise quite a lot, especially when I'm talking in front of groups of people, because everybody's got different experiences of this. So it's good fun when we sort of do a bit of coaching around it. But just to keep the numbers simple, imagine if a business owner wanted to earn $100,000 next year. So that's their financial goal. And then I'd ask, the next question I'd ask is, well, how much do you sell your product or service for? What's the average selling price? And they might say $1,000. Okay. And then we simply take the big number, divide it by the little number, and we go, great. So you're able to deliver 100 units next year. You're able to sell 100 widgets, whatever it is that you're selling. And quite often when I do this very simple exercise with a group of people, you can see people's eyes literally pop out their head when they look at the numbers they've just written down on a bit of paper. Like, oh my goodness, I could never deliver 100 units. That's just ridiculous. So what we're doing is we're entering into the world of supply and demand, just basic business economics. So, and on the supply side of things, those 100 units of capacity, and they're like, gosh, I couldn't possibly deliver that many. And then I'd ask, the next question I'd ask is, well, how many could you deliver realistically next year? And they might say, well, 20 clients, that's all we could, cope with at the moment. That's all we've got capacity for. So what that immediately tells me is that $1,000 is massively underpricing whatever their products or service is, and they need to find a. I'm not a big fan of just 5xing your prices and adding no extra value. That's something I would not recommend. The idea behind 5xing your prices is that it gives you bandwidth to turn your what is an ordinary product into a remarkable product where you can stack a load of extra value into it. And that extra value then drives better results and outcomes for the clients. So that goal focused pricing is just a really simple measure of like roughly where should our prices be at. 5x is quite extreme. It's not normally quite as big as that. It's normally within a 50 to 100% typically. So, and I've had lots of clients very quickly go, okay, well, just 2 or 3x our prices, and away they go. So that's on the supply side of things. Then also we can start to query those numbers on the demand side of things. So we might have the capacity to deliver 20 units, but what if our marketing's not working? What if our sales isn't working, and we can't stimulate enough demand in the marketplace to find enough clients for those 20 units that we want to sell? So then we start to, you then can then tackle the sales and marketing side of things as well. All of the numbers within a business are linked.